All right, let's talk about the king of our solar system, the big one, Jupiter. You look at this colossal, swirling giant, and it's just magnificent, right? But it also makes you wonder about something huge.
I mean, have you ever just looked at pictures of it and thought, could we actually live there? Like, for real? Could humanity just pack up and set up a new home on Jupiter? It's a fun thought, but the answer, well, it's pretty blunt.
Yeah, in a word, nope, not happening. But, just saying no is boring, right? The real story, the fun part, is digging into why it's such a hard no. And that's where things get wild. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's build the case for why Jupiter is basically a giant keep-out sign for humanity. What makes this gorgeous planet a total no-go zone? Well, it all starts with what Jupiter actually is.
This is problem number one, and it's a biggie. Jupiter is a gas giant. That means there's no solid ground at all. You can't land a ship, you can't build a colony, you can't even stand up. It's like trying to land a plane on a cloud. You just fall. And you'd keep falling pretty much forever through these insane layers of gas.
And that fall, it would be a complete nightmare. Because even if you didn't mind the endless falling, the environment itself is trying to kill you in about 5 different ways at once. We're talking about a whole list of threats, so let's just run through them. Let's start with gravity. On Jupiter, you'd be 2.5 times heavier. Think about that. If you weigh 150 pounds here, you'd feel like you weigh almost 400 pounds there. Just lifting your arm would feel like a weightlifting session. Trying to walk? No way. Your body just couldn't take it. Okay, next up, the weather. And the word weather doesn't even do it justice. You've all seen pictures of the Great Red Spot, right? That's not just some pretty swirl. It's a storm that has been raging for centuries, and it's big enough to swallow the entire planet Earth. Like, poof, gone. And here's the kicker. That's just one storm. The average wind speed on Jupiter is literally double the speed of the fastest, most catastrophic hurricane ever recorded on Earth. That's not some crazy once-a-century event. That's just a normal day on Jupiter. So let's say somehow you survive the gravity and the winds and you just keep falling deeper and deeper. What happens next? Well, you get cooked. The pressure builds up so much that the core is estimated to be around 24,000 degrees Celsius. Let me put that in perspective. That is hotter than the surface of our sun. Yeah. So, to sum up, Jupiter is really, really not a friendly place. Okay, so landing is out. But humans are creative, right? We dream big. And science fiction has been tackling this problem for decades. Think about it. There's a classic sci-fi solution for this. What if you don't have to land? What if you just float? Yeah, we're talking about the whole cloud city idea. You build these massive cities that just hover in the upper atmosphere, like giant futuristic blimps. And, this isn't just pure fantasy. There's a little bit of science to it. High up in Jupiter's atmosphere, there's actually a layer where the pressure is pretty much the same as it is here on Earth. Now, it's still freezing cold, but it's way more manageable than the insane heat and pressure down below. It's kind of like a theoretical sweet spot. It's a cool idea, right? Floating cities, drifting through those beautiful clouds. But, and you knew there was a but coming, it's time for a reality check. Because actually, building something like that, it's an absolute engineering nightmare. So you've got this beautiful dream on one side, and then you've got the harsh reality on the other. That sweet spot we talked about, it's still getting hammered by winds over 600 kilometers an hour. It's still being flooded with deadly radiation from Jupiter's magnetic field, and you're still dealing with that crushing gravity. So, not so sweet after all. Let's just list the problems. 1, you need a structure so massive just to float that we can't even imagine how to build it. 2, you'd need tons of heavy shielding to stop everyone from dying of radiation poisoning. 3, you'd need giant engines running 24/7 just to keep from being blown away. And 4, you'd have to be 100% self-sufficient. I'm talking making your own air, your own water, your own food, forever. With our tech today, it's just not going to happen. So let's be real. Jupiter, the planet itself, is a bust. It's a write-off. But that doesn't mean the entire neighborhood is a lost cause. We just need to look a little smaller. We need to look at the moons orbiting the giant. And this is where things get exciting again. While Jupiter is a big no, its moons, especially Europa and Ganymede, are a big maybe. See, they have something Jupiter doesn't, a solid surface you can land on. It's ice, but it's solid. And what's underneath all that ice? Liquid water. Huge oceans kept warm by Jupiter's constant gravitational tugging. It's pretty amazing.
And that's really the main point here. The true potential for humanity in that part of the solar system isn't on the planet itself, but in its orbit. We could build bases under the ice on those moons. The ice would protect us from the radiation, and the water, well, water is life, right? So the future isn't on Jupiter, it's around it.
So in the end, Jupiter is this beautiful, violent giant that we can look at, but we can't touch. It's a total no-go zone. But its moons, they're a whole different ballgame. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What's humanity's next giant leap really going to be? Mars? Or maybe one of these strange icy worlds circling the king of planets?